Have you ever brought home a gorgeous plant from the nursery? One with glossy leaves, dazzling flowers, or lush tropical foliage? Only to find out later that it came with hidden dangers? Maybe it caused a rash after pruning, dropped toxic berries that your pet tried to eat, or spread so aggressively it took over your whole garden. I've been there, walking into a nursery full of confidence, drawn to beauty and color, and later realizing that some of those plants were more trouble than they were worth. In this video, we'll uncover 7 of the most dangerous plants you should never buy from nurseries. And I'll explain exactly why they can be harmful. Some are toxic to pets or children, others to you, and a few are ecological bullies that threaten your local environment. But don't worry, I'll also share safe, stunning alternatives that give you the same visual impact without the danger. Stick around until the end, because 1 or 2 of these plants might already be growing in your yard right now. 1. Oleander, the beautiful killer. If one plant deserves the title of the most deceptive beauty in the garden, it's Oleander, Nerium oleander. With its glossy evergreen leaves and vibrant clusters of pink, red, or white flowers, it looks like a slice of the Mediterranean dream. You see it in hotels, resorts, and even lining sunny highways, admired for its toughness, drought tolerance, and year-round bloom. But beneath that charm lies one of the most toxic plants in existence. Every single part of the oleander, and from the roots to the blossoms, contains cardiac glycosides, powerful chemicals that can disrupt the heart's rhythm. These are the same compounds used in controlled doses for heart medication, but in oleander they occur in dangerous, unregulated concentrations. Just a small amount, whether swallowed accidentally by a child or a pet, can lead to nausea, dizziness, irregular heartbeat, or even cardiac arrest. And here's the chilling part. The toxins remain potent even after the plant is dead. Dried oleander leaves, burned branches, or even smoke from a bonfire containing oleander can still cause poisoning. Animals are just as vulnerable. Dogs, cats, horses, and livestock have died after chewing on a few fallen leaves. It doesn't take much. And because oleander looks so harmless, even inviting, the danger often goes unnoticed. Children are drawn to its bright flowers, and the plant's milky sap seems harmless, but can cause skin irritation and burns on contact. If you already have oleander, don't panic. You can still handle it safely. Just follow these precautions. Always wear gloves and long sleeves when pruning. Never burn oleander trimmings or inhale the smoke. Don't use the branches for cooking skewers or campfires. Keep children and pets well away from the plant. If you'd rather replace it, here are safe, beautiful alternatives that offer similar color and charm. Hibiscus, bold, tropical blooms that are completely non-toxic and ideal for sunny spots. Plumbago, Plumbago auriculata, a sun-loving shrub covered in clouds of sky blue flowers. Tacoma stands, yellow bells, golden trumpet-shaped blooms that attract hummingbirds instead of causing harm. Oleander is like a stunning supermodel with a dark secret. Breathtaking, seductive, and dangerous if you get too close. It's beautiful to admire, but not worth the risk of having near your home. 2. Dieffenbachia, the painful houseplant. At first glance, Dieffenbachia, often called dumb cane, seems like the perfect indoor plant. It's bold, lush, and forgiving. A staple in offices, lobbies, and living rooms everywhere. With tall stems and large marbled leaves of green and cream, it brings an instant tropical feel to any space. But there's a painful truth behind that beauty. Dieffenbachia's milky sap contains calcium oxalate crystals, tiny, needle-like shards that act like microscopic glass. When the plant is chewed, broken, or trimmed, those crystals are released, piercing the skin and mucous membranes. If ingested, even a small bite can cause severe burning and swelling in the mouth and throat. Speech can become nearly impossible, hence the nickname dumb cane. For pets, the risk is even higher. Cats, dogs, and birds can suffer drooling, vomiting, and painful swelling after just a nibble. Even handling the plant can be risky if you're not careful. Its sap can cause itching, redness, or blistering on contact, and if it gets into your eyes, it can cause temporary vision loss. What makes Dieffenbachia so deceptive is how common it is. It's sold almost everywhere as a beginner-friendly houseplant. But for homes with children or pets, it's simply not worth the risk. If you love that lush, tropical vibe, try these safe and equally stunning alternatives. Calathea, beautifully patterned leaves that look hand-painted, completely non-toxic. Aglaonema, Chinese evergreen, a similar shape and color variety but safer for families and pets. Philodendron Brazil, easy to grow, heart-shaped leaves, and much lower toxicity. If you already own a Dieffenbachia, handle it with care. Always wear gloves when pruning or repotting, wash your hands afterward, and keep it well out of reach of curious kids or animals. Dieffenbachia proves that not all beauty is harmless. Its tropical elegance comes with a sting, one that's better admired from a distance or replaced with something safer and equally lush. 3. Monkshood, the historical poison. Also known as wolf's bane or aconitum, monkshood is one of the most striking yet dangerously toxic plants you can grow. Its tall, elegant spikes of deep violet blue, hood-shaped flowers bring drama and sophistication to any garden. But behind that beauty lies a potent poison that has made this plant infamous for centuries. Every part of monkshood contains aconitine, a neurotoxin that can be absorbed through the skin or ingested. Even light contact can cause tingling, numbness, dizziness, or nausea. Larger exposure can interfere with the heart and nervous system, potentially leading to severe poisoning or cardiac arrest. Handling the plant without protective gloves is a serious risk. The sap can enter tiny cuts and produce burning or numb sensations that linger. Historically, monkshood has been feared and revered. Ancient hunters used its sap to poison arrows, and in mythology, it was said to grow from the drool of Cerberus, the three-headed guardian of the underworld. In literature and folklore, it has long symbolized danger, mystery, and death. In the garden, monkshood prefers cool, moist, well-drained soil and partial shade, making it a common choice for woodland or shaded borders. It can reach 4 feet in height and is truly show-stopping, but because of its extreme toxicity, it is unsuitable for homes with children or pets. Dogs and cats are particularly vulnerable if they chew on leaves or roots. Safer alternatives for the same tall, spiky effect include delphinium, striking vertical flowers in blues and purples, safe for families. Lupine, vibrant spikes that attract pollinators and are non-toxic. Leotris, blazing star, upright blooms that provide drama without danger. If you already have monkshood, always wear gloves and long sleeves when pruning, wash your hands and tools thoroughly afterward, and never burn or compost it near pets. Monkshood is breathtaking, but it's a plant to admire with extreme caution. 4. Yellow Oleander, the hidden twin. At first glance, yellow oleander, Cascabella thevetia, seems like the ideal garden plant. Glossy green leaves, radiant golden trumpet-shaped flowers, and a tidy, compact growth habit that can bloom nearly year-round. In warm climates, it's often sold under friendly names like Lucky Nut Tree or Be Still Tree. But beneath that sunny appearance hides one of the most poisonous ornamental plants in existence. Closely related to traditional oleander, yellow oleander contains cardiac glycosides, powerful toxins that can disrupt heart rhythm. Every part of the plant is dangerous, but the seeds are particularly toxic and have caused numerous poisonings in tropical areas where the plant grows naturally. Even a small ingestion can trigger nausea, irregular heartbeat, or in severe cases, cardiac arrest. Pets and livestock are equally at risk, as even chewing a single leaf or seed can cause illness. Skin contact may also lead to irritation if hands aren't washed afterward. Despite its drought tolerance, rapid growth, and beautiful blooms, yellow oleander is a risky choice for home gardens, especially where children or animals are present. Safer alternatives that provide similar visual impact include Tecoma stands, yellow bells, bright yellow trumpet-shaped flowers, non-toxic and drought-tolerant, Alamanda cathartica, golden trumpet, tropical, vibrant blooms without the extreme toxicity, Coreopsis, sunny yellow flowers that attract pollinators and are completely safe for families and pets. Yellow oleander proves a crucial lesson. Not all visually stunning plants are safe to grow at home. Choosing non-toxic alternatives lets you enjoy the color and beauty without putting your loved ones at risk. 5. Philodendron, a hidden hazard for pets. Philodendrons are among the most popular houseplants worldwide, admired for their lush, elegant appearance and low-maintenance care. Their glossy, heart-shaped leaves and trailing vines make them staples in homes, offices, and indoor jungles. But for pet owners, these beloved plants can quietly become a source of trouble. All philodendron varieties, including favorites like heartleaf philodendron, Brazil, and Salum, contain calcium oxalate crystals. These tiny, needle-like crystals can cause burning sensations, excessive drooling, swelling of the mouth and tongue, and vomiting if chewed or ingested by cats, dogs, or even small children. While not usually fatal, the reaction is intensely painful and distressing, often leading to emergency vet visits or frantic trips to the doctor. Even simple contact with the sap can irritate human skin, and trailing vines are tempting toys for curious pets, which increases the risk of exposure. While philodendrons are hardy, easy to grow in indirect light, moderate humidity, and well-draining soil, safety should always come first in a home with animals or young children. Safer alternatives that provide similar visual appeal include spider plant, Chlorophytum comosum, pet-safe, resilient, and perfect for hanging baskets. Parlor palm, Chamaedorea elegans, offers a tropical feel indoors without any toxicity. Peperomia varieties, compact, colorful, and entirely non-toxic. Philodendrons are undeniably beautiful and classic, but in homes with pets or children, it's wiser to admire them from afar or choose safer greenery that keeps both your plants and your loved ones out of harm's way. 6. Sago palm, the silent danger. The sago palm, Cycas revoluta, is a striking plant that looks like a miniature tropical palm, but is in fact a cycad, a prehistoric plant dating back over 200 million years. Its symmetrical crown of stiff, glossy fronds and slow-growing, sculptural trunk make it a favorite for landscaping, patios, and even as a dramatic indoor accent. Its timeless architectural beauty gives a tropical touch to any space, but behind its elegance lies a deadly risk. Every part of the sago palm, fronds, roots, and especially the seeds, often called nuts, is highly toxic. The seeds contain psychocin, a potent toxin that attacks the liver, nervous system, and digestive tract. Even a single seed can lead to fatal liver failure in pets. One of the most insidious aspects of sago palm poisoning is how delayed the symptoms can be. Pets may vomit or become weak hours after ingestion, by which point serious internal damage has already begun. Common warning signs include drooling, seizures, jaundice, yellowing of eyes or gums, and bleeding disorders. Sadly, even with emergency intervention, survival rates for affected pets are low. Humans, particularly children, are also at risk. Handling seeds or sap and then touching the mouth or eyes can cause mild poisoning or irritation. Despite these dangers, sago palms are widely sold in nurseries, garden centers, and big box stores, often without clear warnings, making them a hidden hazard in many homes. Safer alternatives that deliver the same tropical or architectural look include foxtail fern, Asparagus densiflorus myersii, soft, feathery fronds that mimic a tropical aesthetic without toxicity. Lady palm, Rapis excelsa, graceful fan-shaped leaves ideal for indoor or outdoor spaces and completely safe for pets. Areca palm, Dipsis lutescens, lush golden green fronds that thrive indoors or outdoors while purifying the air, all without danger. If you love the sago palm's dramatic look, consider swapping it for one of these safe alternatives. They provide the same sculptural beauty and tropical vibe, but without the risk to your pets, children, or family members. The sago palm may be ancient and alluring, but today it's a plant best admired from a safe distance or replaced with a non-toxic showstopper. 7. Castor bean, a stunning but lethal plant. The castor bean, Ricinus communis, is one of those plants that immediately commands attention. Towering, bold, and dramatic, it brings a lush tropical vibe to any garden. Its enormous star-shaped leaves, sometimes in deep burgundy, metallic green, or glossy shades, and its striking bright red seed pods make it look like a plant straight out of an exotic jungle scene. Gardeners often choose it for its extraordinary texture, height, and visual impact. But behind that tropical beauty hides a dangerously potent toxin, making the castor bean one of the deadliest ornamental plants you can grow. The true hazard lies in the seeds, the so-called castor beans. These seeds contain ricin, one of the most toxic plant-based compounds known. Ricin can be deadly in incredibly small amounts. Just a handful of seeds, or even 2 or 3 chewed by an adult, can be fatal, while children or pets are at even greater risk from far smaller quantities. Ricin works by disrupting protein synthesis in cells, ultimately causing organ failure. The danger doesn't stop there. The toxin can also enter the body through cuts in the skin or inhalation of dust from dried pods, making it a serious threat even to careful gardeners who handle the plant with caution. Interestingly, castor oil, which comes from the same plant, is completely safe for consumption because the processing removes the ricin entirely. However, the raw seeds remain extremely toxic and are sometimes mistaken for decorative beads, trinkets, or small toys, a mistake that has led to accidental poisonings around the world. The castor bean is also highly vigorous. Once it becomes established in the garden, it can reseed readily and spread quickly, especially in warm climates. This adds a layer of risk beyond toxicity. It is potentially invasive, capable of taking over areas of your garden while simultaneously posing a serious health hazard to pets, children, and even local wildlife such as birds or squirrels, who may be tempted to nibble on the seeds. Despite its undeniable visual appeal, the dramatic height, the bold foliage, and the flamboyant seed clusters, the castor bean is a plant best appreciated from a distance. It's not suitable for home gardens where safety is a priority. Safer alternatives. If you're drawn to the large exotic leaves and tropical aesthetic of the castor bean, but want to avoid the risk, there are excellent alternatives that provide a similar dramatic effect. Gunnera manicaea, known for its enormous textured leaves that instantly create a jungle-like atmosphere. Elephant ears, colocasia or alocasia, offers oversized, bold foliage with tropical flair, perfect for containers or borders. Farfugium japonicum, leopard plant, adds exotic texture and glossy, bold leaves without any danger. In short, while the castor bean is a showstopper, sometimes called the queen of deadly beauty, there's simply no reason to gamble with such a hazardous plant in your garden. Choosing safer alternatives gives you the same sense of drama and exotic appeal without risking poisoning, pet harm, or accidental injury. Your garden can still feel tropical, lush, and visually stunning, while remaining completely safe to touch, admire, and enjoy.